GM adds another 3 million cars to the recall list for faulty ignition switches. Plus, possible refunds if you bought one of those expandable garden hoses. Consumer reporter John Matarese is here now with those stories and the latest on gas prices. John?
Well, Carol, Bloomberg News tonight says crude oil could hit $116 a barrel in the next few weeks because of instability in Iraq. That could be very bad news for the price we pay at the gas pump. Cincinnati area gas prices, you know this by now, they soared to $3.99 last week as oil hit $106 a barrel. Now, oil was down a few cents today, but if oil jumps another $10 a barrel, which Bloomberg says is possible, analysts say gas prices could rise 10 to 20 cents. That would put us at $4.10 or higher a gallon. Which leads to today's edition of Cheap Gas Monday, if you can call it that. Bob Apke says UDF on Kemper Road in Springdale is down to $3.79. In Kentucky, Kermit Balmer reports Murphy USA in Florence at $3.82. And our man in Indiana, Terry Hankenburn, says UDF Route 50 in Lawrenceburg is at $3.72. Well, General Motors tonight is expanding its ignition switch recall to include another 3 million cars. This could lead to the same problem blamed for 13 deaths and more than 30 crashes. The key being jarred and turning off the car while you're driving. The recall now includes Chevy Impalas and Monte Carlos, Buick Lucernes and LaCrosses, and Cadillac DTSs. We have full details on WCPO.com. Remember all the commercials for those expanding garden hoses? Many people who bought them ended up frustrated and disappointed. In just a few days, they threw them away. They were so angry. But tonight, refunds may be on the way. You couldn't turn on the TV or walk into a garden store last summer without seeing an expandable garden hose.
Turn the water on, and it expands up to 3 times its original length.
They were the hottest lawn product until people started using them.
So when this came along, the big attraction to me was no kinking, and we could sprinkle to our heart's content.
David Kapp ordered 2 of the flexible hoses for a total of $86. Within a few weeks, he says, both burst.
It's filling up the bowl, as you can see.
When he lifted it up, he was flooded by a cascade of water.
It's coming out the middle of the hose.
With consumers across the country bursting mad, lawyers started filing suit. Now the maker of the pocket hose has settled a class action lawsuit. Telebrands, its maker, agrees to refund up to $20 to owners who send in their receipt or credit card statement. Meantime, another class action has just been filed in federal court against TriStar Products, the maker of the flexible hose. That's the model David Kapp bought that left him wet and angry. I hope he's dried off by now. All details on how to apply for a refund on WCPO.com. And by the way, TriStar did not return our calls or emails for comment on this case, but the Pocket Hose, it's been renamed the Pocket Hose Ultra for this year. The new version is supposedly 30% stronger. If you're interested, as always, don't waste your money.